I'm type 1 diabetic.
When he was diagnosed, it'll be 10 years this fall.
I'll wake up at about 6:30. My mom will come in and wake me up and test me.
He'll come down and eat breakfast, bolus his insulin for the day. He goes to school.
And I usually try to test 2 hours after, which is usually about 30 minutes before lunch. And I will make sure I'm good, and I'll give myself a bolus for my lunch before, make sure my number's steady throughout the day.
Eats his lunch and tests after school.
And then when I get home before practice, I'll test, and I'll do homework and whatnot, and then I'll test right before I go to tennis and bolus my dinner, and I'll come home and test right before I get home.
When he goes to bed about 10 o'clock, then kind of our job starts. We usually set our alarms for every 2 hours and get up and check his blood sugar and correct him if he needs it or treat him if he needs it.
We just get up every couple hours just to be able to stay asleep.
And they worry all the time. They worry, will he have to have an amputation? Will he go blind? Will he have heart disease early? That's what life is like with type 1 diabetes.
We have amazing technology now to manage diabetes. That still doesn't make it any easier. People still have to check their blood glucose 4, 5, 6 times a day. They still have to look at their plate of food and count their carbohydrates and interact with their insulin pump to give themselves insulin.
Ask anybody with diabetes, are they happy injecting insulin 4 to 6 times a day? Are they happy because they worry about whether they will get hypoglycemia in the middle of the night and might not wake up in the morning? They're not happy. So we can do much better. When I was offered the opportunity to come here, there were resources in place from the Lilly Foundation and the Lilly Endowment. They actually together provided money that allowed us to set this whole enterprise up.
We probably have about 30 scientists, ranging from principal investigators who run lab groups to research scientists who are part of the staff to postdoctoral fellows. So we have a lot of different trainees at many different levels, all geared towards diabetes.
And so I collaborate with Lilly investigators, and we are studying various aspects of diabetes, focusing on therapeutics and diagnostics.
When you get a lot of a sort of critical mass of great people together, then your results, it's not 1 + 1 = 2. It's really a multiplier effect.
What that means is that we can think bigger.
Pumps are better and the meters are more accurate and the meters are quicker. We can do the best we can, but his life expectancy is pretty much guaranteed to be 20 years less than a kid down the street without type 1. And it's great that there might be medicine to help his, when his eyes deteriorate, but I don't want his eyes to deteriorate in the first place. So I want the real cure.
The funding environment's somewhat precarious right now. So let's say I had a terrific idea, that I found a target that I think is going to be the next great target. I couldn't just put an application into the NIH and say, I've got a great idea. I just need a little bit of money to show that the idea can work. They come back and say, well, we don't fund great ideas.
If you have a really, really groundbreaking idea, it's hard to get those sorts of projects off the ground without donor support.
We don't know which dollar it's going to be. We don't know which one is going to be the one that puts us over the top.